Well, welcome to another edition of the Digicel Sports Show. I'm your host, Earl Baston, and joining me yet again is co-host Jason Juggling J. Ford. Jay, another show. What are you looking forward to this time delivering to Bermuda and, for that matter, the world?
Well, now it's midweek. Now we're starting to talk about some of the stuff that's coming up this weekend here on the island. But also, we did have a few sports being played on the island over the last couple of days, so it's time to review, preview, and let's get to it.
Well, it's the Bermuda Under-20s advancing. It's cricket and many others. We'll have details and more after this message from our sponsor.
Why choose Digicel Prepaid? Well, you get free social media usage, which means you can use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and WhatsApp for free without it affecting your data allowance. And for all your other online activity, we have the cheapest prepaid data in Bermuda. Digicel, best choice for prepaid.
Well, Jay, Bermuda's Under-20 national team had advanced in the CONCACAF Under-20 World Cup qualifiers in Curacao, this following a 3-2 loss on Tuesday night. Let's get that report. The Bermuda Under-20 World Cup team has completed the quarterfinal round of the Caribbean Football Union's Under-20 World Cup qualifiers. This after they advanced to the semifinals of the CFU Under-20 Championships via a superior goal difference than St. Kitts and Nevis. Bermuda also qualified for the CONCACAF Under-20 Championships that will be held in Costa Rica February 17th through to March 5th of 2017. Team captain Milan Casey Butterfield said, "My team and I are very ecstatic that we have made it to the third round and qualifying for the Under-20 CFU Championships. I believe that it was a tough run for us, but at the end of the day, we did what we needed to qualify," end quote. Meanwhile, Coach Kyle Lightbone is quoted as saying, "The Under-20 team is very happy to qualify for Costa Rica, but disappointed that we did not top the group. The players have shown a lot of character to come from behind on 3 occasions. Now we look forward to the semifinals." The success of the team has been summed up by Technical Development Director Maurice Lowe when he noted the work that has been done to make this milestone, the Bermuda Football Association's strategic plans, a reality when he said, quote, "We have achieved a monumental milestone of advancing to the final stage of the CFU Championships. It is an accomplishment that the entire country can be proud of. One of the strategic goals of the Bermuda Football Association is to advance to the final stages of regional tournaments, and I would like to thank the National Academy staff and players that are both present and unavailable, the BFA Executive Council, and our office staff," end quote.
Well, Earl, the boys, once again, they showed what we've been asking for them. Just a cohesive group that's been together quite a while now, and I want to say these are the fruits of labor from our National Academy that the former director, Richard Toy, had put in place a few years ago, and now we're starting to see some of these fruits of their labor. So to have these guys been playing together for a while now, you can see the gelling and good camaraderie amongst the boys. And this is what happens when you mix that with talent, you get the success.
Well, the good thing is, Jay, that most of this team here do apply their trade abroad, whether it be in college or academies themselves. So Bermuda is boding well in the Under-20 division, as well as looking forward to the future.
So what's next for the boys?
Well, Jay, they although they did lose the other night, as explained, they have advanced to the semifinals, and everything goes up from here. I mean, to advance from the group stages, it's something that the Bermuda Football Association have been looking for quite some time, especially at the youth level in our national teams, to advance from our groups, because that's the small steps. Eventually, then taking on those bigger nations in the semifinals, but getting out of the groups is the one thing that they want to be consistent at, and that's what they're looking forward to from here on in, from not only the boys but the girls as well.
And I was just going to say that, Earl, we saw the early part of this year with the girls advancing out of their group in one of the last few tournaments. I think at 2 age groups also. So once again, you can see the fruits of the labor from the National Academy and what these guys are doing within the boardroom at the BFA.
Well, Jay, the Bermuda national cricket team are in Los Angeles preparing to take part in the ICC Division 4 tournament. They departed on Tuesday. Most of the team did. Others will have departed this morning. But let's look at the numbers from the recently concluded warm-up matches against Canada. Now that all of the Bermuda national cricket team have departed for Los Angeles for the ICC Division 4 tournament, we can take a look at the numbers following the conclusion of the warm-up matches against Canada. Bermuda batted 85.5 overs out of the 128 available. They scored a total of 268 runs over the 3 games while giving up 441 runs. Over the 3 games, 12 batsmen were caught. Trey Mendes ended the warm-up matches as the leading scorer with 89 runs in 3 innings, while Dean Miner scored 28 in 2. In the bowling department, Kamal Lavrock and CJ Otterbridge both grabbed 7 wickets in total each in 3 games. For the batting stats, it was Trey Mendes with 89, Dean Miners 28, Brian Hall 18, Taryn Frey 16, O.J. Pitcher 16, Kamal Lavrock 14, CJ Otterbridge 13. Over to the bowling stats, Kamal Lavrock returned figures of 22 overs, 3 maidens, 7 for 70. CJ Otterbridge had 19 overs. He took 7 wickets for 71 runs. O.J. Pitcher was next in line with 4.2 overs, 2 for 19. Brian Hall, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 35. Jordan Smith bowled 17 overs. He had 1 maiden, 2 for 67. Greg Mabry bowled 12 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 48. Taryn Frey was the only other bowler to take a wicket, bowling 4 overs, 1 for 15. Dean Miners held on to 6 catches. He also had a stumping. Trey Mendes took 2 catches with Kamal Lavrock, C.J. Otterbridge, Stephen Bremer, Brian Hall, Tamiko Wilson, and Jordan Smith all holding on to a catch each. Bermuda captain O.J. Pitcher is quoted as saying, "This tournament that we are in Los Angeles for has significant meaning, not just for myself and the team, but for cricket in Bermuda as a whole. Qualifying and being promoted puts us one step closer to more funding for the development of the sport at the senior and junior levels. It also puts us one step closer to reaching our main goal of repeating what we achieved in 2005, and that was qualifying for the biggest stage of our sport, the ICC Cricket World Cup." He went on to say, "The only concern I have in the back of my mind is the condition of the grounds that we will be playing on in Los Angeles. There have not been many international matches played at the grounds in the past, so we have no idea what to expect." Now, Jay, 3 different swimming stories. We had Julian Fletcher competing in Tokyo, moving from Singapore. Madeline Moore competing for the first time in the UK since moving over there to go to school. And the Shark swimmers, plenty of medals as they concluded competing in Canada. Julian Fletcher was back in action, this time competing in the 2016 FINA Short Course World Cup Series in Tokyo, Japan. Fletcher took to the pool for the men's 100-meter breaststroke preliminaries. Fletcher, in lane 8 of Heat 2, finished 8th, touching the wall in a time of 1:02.77. Fletcher was 0.15 of a second faster than he was in Singapore, but he was 0.73 of a second off his record he set back on December 3rd in 2014 in Doha at the World Championships. Meanwhile, Madeline Moore competed for Plymouth Lender Swim Club for the first time since moving to the UK to attend college. Moore took to the pool in the City of Manchester's International Short Course Swim Competition, and she finished with 3 medals on day 1 and 2 on day 2. Competing in the under-16 age group division, Moore captured the gold medal during the 100-meter freestyle with a time of 57.52. She was 0.28 of a second off her own record set back on March 12th of this year during the Schroeder's Age Group Championships at the Bassa Pool. Moore then won the 50-meter butterfly bronze medal, touching the wall in a time of 28.73, breaking her record of 29.04 set back on March 12th this year during the Schroeder's Age Group Championships at the Bassa Pool. Another bronze medal and a new Bermuda record was set by Moore during the 100-meter backstroke with a time of 1:04.37, breaking her own record of 1:05.20 set on March 13th at the same event, the Schroeder's Age Group Championships at the Bassa Pool. And then on day 2, Moore won the 16 and under age group 50-meter freestyle gold medal, touching the wall in a time of 26:42. Moore then set another new Bermuda national record while winning the 16 and under age group 50-meter backstroke silver medal. Moore's time of 29:04 broke the record she had set back on April 23rd of this year during the best of the best third meet. And on the final day of competition at the RHAC Fall Classic in Canada, members of the Bermuda Sharks Swimming Club were back in action and captured 10 medals on the day. Daria Desmond won the girls 10 and under 200-meter breaststroke gold medal, stopping the clock in a personal best time of 3:31:26. Harlan Watson-Brown won the boys 10 and under 200-meter breaststroke gold medal after clocking a time of 3:49:65. Bala Halls won the girls 10 and under 50-meter freestyle silver medal with a personal best time of 35:08, and Adriana Argent won the bronze medal with a time of 36:93. The boys 10 and under 50-meter freestyle silver medal went to Daniel Kuntz, who clocked a personal best time of 33:86, while Harlan Watson-Brown won the bronze medal, touching the wall in a personal best time of 34:36. Bella Hall stopped the clock with a personal best time of 42:56 on her way to winning the girls 10 and under 50-meter backstroke silver medal. In the boys 10 and under 50-meter backstroke, Harlan Watson-Brown won the silver medal with a personal best time of 41:46. Daniel Coots won the boys 10 and under 100-meter butterfly silver medal with a time of 1:42:83. Flynn Watson-Brown's time of 3:14:05 saw him win the boys 10 and under 200-meter backstroke silver medal. Well, Jay, the Canadians are here. The Nike PGA of Canada, they're playing their matches at the Mid-Ocean Golf Club. Your thoughts on, well, the Mid-Ocean Club made a name for itself when the PGA of Golf Grand Slam first came to Bermuda. Just the whole layout of the golf course and actually helping to establish Bermuda in the golfing world the way it is now.
Well, Earl, I don't know if you've ever played, but you have played on that course before. But a beautiful course, and not just challenging as a golfer, but also the views that you get down on that course. And I think most golfers that have played or will play down there, they've got to see Bermuda in a whole nother look. And once again, why don't you take that information back to your friends abroad and say, hey, on number 17 or number 14, and you start talking about the natural beauty that we have here in the island. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
The interesting part about this particular tournament, Jay, is the fact that it's a doubles tournament. So you and your partner are scoring. It's a challenge for both of you. And there's some Bermuda teams in there as well. But the fact that several PGA players from Canada are now on island, it bodes well for I guess, BTA, the Bermuda Tourism Authority, as well as Bermuda itself. And
that's a good thing, because you didn't want all that momentum from the Grand Slam go down the drain after they moved to another destination. So they have kept good relationship with the PGA, and I also hear there's something else coming on the horizon dealing with the PGA and Bermuda. So hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed, and I'm pretty sure you let us know when this all comes to fruition.
My only hope is that it's a 4-day competition right here on our soil.
It can be difficult choosing the right amount of data to fit your life. With Data Test Drive from Digicel, you can. Take us for a spin with any postpaid smartphone plan, and we'll give you all you can use data for the first 3 months of your agreement. When you come to the end of your 3 months, we'll let you know if you need more data on your plan and give you the option to increase your data allowance. Plus, our postpaid plans now include unlimited international SMS and increased international long distance minutes. Digicel. Be extraordinary.
Come tomorrow, Jay, the Bermuda Olympic Association's Tag Day will take place. The acting governor, Ginny Fearson, was the first recipient of the 2016 BOA Tag. The Bermuda Olympic Association will be holding their annual Tag Day tomorrow, October 28th. Bermuda chef de mission for the 2016 Rio Olympics, Carlos Lee, and BOA Tag Day coordinator Veronica Edwards officially got things underway when they attended Government House to tag acting governor Ginny Fearson. The Bermuda Olympic Association holds a tag day in the city of Hamilton each year in October to help raise funds for Bermuda athletes. They say they are very appreciative of all those volunteers who help to make the day a success. Jay, we're here at the wonderful and lovely Coral Beach and Tennis Club as the Bermuda National Clay Court Championships are taking place. We see various ages playing in this particular tournament, but your thoughts on the tennis field in Bermuda generally?
Well, I haven't been back here since they had a big tournament many years down here. But also good to see, like I said, right behind us now we have some masters playing. But I just saw a couple of youngsters leave here. So to see the age group, the age disparity between the two, that's what you love to see in sports. And all sports loves to have that from the grassroots all the way up to the masters.
Well, I'm not sure if you know, Jay, but I'll let you know and everyone else. The last winner of that big tournament, the XL Open that used to be held here, is now ranked number 4 in the world. Ken Nishikori was the final winner of the XL tennis tournament right here at Coral Beach a number of years ago. So just to be here and back and getting that atmosphere again, these players are looking to become the national championships of clay court. The 2016 Bermuda National Clay Court Championships continued with a full slate of matches at the Coral Beach and Tennis Club, this going into day 5. In mixed doubles, Century, combined ages of 100 plus, Group A division, Gavin Manders and Joe Butterfield defeated Neil Tolson and Luce Gears 6-love, 6-3. Scott Redmond defeated Michael Lins Bailey in straight sets 6-1, 6-3 in their men's singles open Group A match, while Monica Dragoff defeated Shelby Medeiros in their women's performance singles match in straight set 6-2, 6-love. Josh Levine won his men's performance singles Group A match against the number 1 seed Sam Butler 6-2, 7-6. Gavin Manders teamed up with David Thomas to win their men's performance doubles Group B match in straight set 6-2, 6-love against Nicholas Cooper and Scott Redmond. In men's doubles 70-plus super senior action, Peter Head and Richard Mount defeated Guy Forster and Peter Marshall in straight sets 7-5, 6-2. Jay, Maha Clark is competing for Queen's University in women's field hockey, and last night at the PCC hockey rink, Bermuda Bowl hockey returned. Maha Clark and her Queen's University of Charlotte women's field hockey teammates picked up their third win in a row, defeating Belmont Abbey College 5-2 on the road. Meanwhile, on the local front, the Bermuda Ball Hockey League season continued at the PCC Hockey Rink with 16 goals scored in a doubleheader. In the opener, the Vancouver Giants defeated the Tri-City Americans 6-3. Corey Collette scored 2 goals, while Stephen Chin, Warren Miller, Cameron Poland, and Chad Cunliffe all added a goal each for the Vancouver Giants, while Craig McNeil, Josh Bush, and Christopher Jackson all scored a goal each for the Tri-City Americans. The nightcap saw the Serena Sting defeat the Guatemala Olympics 4-3. Ross Ruffinage scored a hat trick to lead the Serena Sting to victory, while Christopher Scott added the other. Alicia Kenny, Dustin Luck, and J.M. Trimley all added a goal each for the Olympics. Jay, the North Village Lady Rams are currently in Florida competing in the Disney Youth Netball Championships. Let's get how they are making out thus far. The North Village Lady Rams began participating in the second Disney International Youth Netball Tournament in Orlando, Florida. The under-16 North Village Lady Rams team were defeated 52-13 by Matrix. The under-16 team went down 39-10 to the Radars, and KTK defeated the Lady Rams under-16 team 21-18. The North Village Lady Rams under-14 team defeated Chiswell 6-5, but they went down 30-2 to KTK under-14 team. The Lady Rams under-14 team then were edged 16-14 by the Thrones. Last night at the Somerset Cricket Club, Jay, the PHC Zebras and the Somerset Trojans took to the field. Let's see how that match in the Premier Division ended. Following the drama at the Somerset Cricket Club on Sunday, football in its form of ball on the field took center stage, the two big clubs, the Somerset Trojans and PHC Zebras, taking to the field for Premier Division action. After a scoreless first half, Trevin Ming gave the Somerset Trojans a 1-0 lead in the 53rd minute, but Idris Sharif scored in the 77th minute for the PHC Zebras as the two teams played to a 1-1 draw. Meanwhile, Bermuda is set to get several more qualified UEFA B licensed coaches. Local coaches all headed off to Scotland recently for their final exam. The accredited UEFA B license was facilitated by the Scottish FA in partnership with the Bermuda Football Coaches Association. The license was split into 3 parts, with the first 2 parts, 9 days each at 4 hours per session, held in Bermuda, while the final part was a 4-day practical and theory exam which had to be held in a European country in order to qualify as an official license. Part 1 and 2 were held in March and September at the National Sports Center. In addition, participants had 6 sessions plans to deliver via email to course instructors between these 2 dates. We just await the information on the names of who achieved the accomplishments of passing the UEFA B license course.
First things first, Earl, congratulations to all the coaches. Still committing themselves, long after some of those guys' playing days, but still committing themselves to the sport. And most importantly, now getting the knowledge and bringing it back here and transferring to our players here. So that is the utmost important thing about this whole situation. But also, on the individual, for them to keep learning about the sport. The sport is so much, it's changing every year. Different styles, different things are coming into play. And to keeping themselves abreast of what's going on, hey, bodes well.
And again, congratulations to each and every one of you.
Why choose Digicel Prepaid? Well, you get free social media usage, which means you can use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and WhatsApp for free without it affecting your data allowance. And for all your other online activity, we have the cheapest prepaid data in Bermuda. Digicel, best choice for prepaid.
The Bermuda Olympic Association have a coach here doing some training for coaches and PE teachers in classroom settings and on the track. Let's get a view on how these coaching courses are making out. The Bermuda National Athletic Association is working on improving of coaches by hosting a Level 1 course with IAAF certified instructors. The 2-week course, which is being assisted by the Olympic Solidarity Fund and the Bermuda Olympic Association, It sees 60% of the participants in Bermuda for the course females, thus increasing the field of females in the Level 1 certificate for Bermuda. The course will last for 2 weeks with on-track activities and classroom work as well. Now, Jay, on Tuesday, we started something different. A look back at the 2016 Olympics with the athletes talking to myself and other reporters after they finished taking part. We had 8 athletes take part in the Olympics, Jay, and several done extremely well. Some were disappointed in their performances overall, but throughout the entire Olympics, I think it's a learning experience for not just them, but others around the world and those future Olympians in Bermuda.
Well, one thing with the Olympics, Earl, and as an athlete, is the expectations. Nobody has a higher expectation than themselves. And I think once they knew how they done personally, and especially with us, it's more of seeing if we can get to our personal best. If we know we got to our personal best, for them, that's a goal for them. And that's the goal that they was probably trying to reach in the first place.
Well, let's hear from our Olympians.
Yeah, fine.
How are you?
Oh, good.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Well, take us through it.
It was a bit of a weird day, actually. Yeah, I had a great swim, exited the water just where I wanted to be. But unfortunately, a lot of girls came out together. It didn't split up in the swim as much as it thought it would. And Nicholas, Spierig, and Gwen swam really well. And then there's just a big group on the bike. And honestly, I wasn't having my best day, but I just worked with what I had, which wasn't quite much. I've had a great season so far. So to come 8th on an off day, that's fine. I'm not upset about it. That's just what I had on the day, and if I had a great day, maybe it would have been different. But on the bike, we were all together and tried to get away, but just didn't work. And then on the run, just tried to run strong and not go out too fast and blow up. And I don't know. That's just all I had today.
On the 4th lap on the bike, you looked as if you were going to make a break. Did you feel as if you didn't have it to keep going?
Yeah, sort of. This is actually a pretty hard course to do a breakaway on because, we have this hard hill and a tricky descent, but after the second hill, it's very fast, non-technical descent onto this flat. And so, it's easy to then bridge back on. So, although it's a great course, it's also a hard course to get away on, if that kind of makes sense. But no, that's just how it worked out. It was just one of those days where some of the not so good swimmers had great swims, and then they're in the group, and the race just went a little different than I thought.
So after the swim, you were feeling pretty good at that stage. You came out and you looked pretty strong at that point of the race. Are you thinking, I'm looking good here? Or?
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Even on the first couple laps of the bike, I wasn't sure how big the group was or who was there. I was looking to see if Gwen had made it. Obviously, I saw Nicola right away. I don't know. That's just how it was.
Was it a lot of congestion in that swim? Because it looked like it was a cluster.
Usually the swims are pretty clustered like that. That's nothing out of the norm. It's a sea swim, so it's choppy, so sort of with the waves, you catch, you're on top of a wave and it sort of just pushes you and you kind of get pushed onto another girl.
At what point of the bike do you start thinking perhaps this may not be the day for a top 5? At what point were you thinking this may not?
No, I didn't think any point on the bike because I know I'm running well. I wasn't feeling great on the bike, but that's happened in races past this year, and I've still run top 3. So, yeah, it was just thought, okay, maybe it'll be different once I get off the bike. But no, I just kind of felt like I had like a handbrake on all day. If that makes sense. Every girl that was ahead of me, besides Nicola and Gwen, obviously. Third through whatever me, I got beaten this year, and so they're great athletes when they're on and I'm a little off, that's just how it works out. It could have worked out differently, but that was my day.
Top 10, you must be pretty pleased with that. You must be proud of yourself today. The top 10 finish at Olympic Games, is that your emotion? Or?
Yeah, it's great. I was 8th, I think.
Yeah.
In London I crashed, and in Beijing I DNF, so I don't have the greatest Olympic track record, so quite honestly this is a big breakthrough for me. But no, I was 8th on a slightly off day, and no, I'm very happy with that. And it's the Olympics. If you don't top 3, people don't really care how you do. Like personally for me, I'm proud. I hope everyone in Bermuda is. I know everyone was hoping I would get a medal, but there's only 3 of them, and so it doesn't work out that way all the time.
Did you dare to dream about the medal? There's a lot of talk. Obviously, your form's been so great last 2 years. Have you thought about it? Was it in your back of your mind?
Honestly, at the start of the year, I knew if I had my great day at the Olympics, 6th through 10th was where I was at. And then because I raced so well this year, I thought I sort of got placed into that medal category without me even processing that. And then then it took me a little bit to process that and comprehend it and get that into my head and think, okay, yeah, I can. And coming into this, I was like, yeah, if this and this happens, yeah, I'm running for a medal. If even in this situation, I knew I could run for bronze, but it just, I don't know, didn't work out that way today. That's just how it is.
And your form was so good coming in. Was that maybe even hampered you a little bit of the pressure that got built up because you've been so good, or does that not really affect you in any way, shape or form?
No, I knew I had a lot of pressure, knew there was a lot of opportunity, I should say, at this race, if I played my cards right. So, yeah, I mean, it's the Olympics. A lot of people are throwing my name around as a dark horse, so sure. I mean, I tried to stay out of the limelight a little bit. Sorry, that's why I declined interviews. I was getting enough attention. So I don't know.
And obviously back home, everyone got very excited. Everyone's tuned into your race this morning. Give a message to those guys back home, behind you all the way.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say thanks to everyone in Bermuda that's supported me. I know my brothers and dad go to Dockside a lot, and they told me that it was going to be on the big screen there. And so, yeah, it was just great that everyone got behind me and supported me. I mean, that's really cool. I mean, I'm always very proud to represent Bermuda. And, yeah, I mean, I tried for a medal today. It just didn't quite work out. And I don't know. I still have a chance to win 3 world titles this year, so it's not the end of the day.
I guess you're still young enough for Tokyo, I suppose, to mount another one?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I mean, what am I, 28, 32? I think Nicola's like 34. He was second today, so yeah, I can keep going for another 4 years.
And what's next?
What did you learn about yourself today?
Actually, this was I've had races like this before, where you're not feeling good and you're sort of not where you think you should be, and I sort of break down usually if that happens. So I'm just pretty happy with myself that I stayed strong and just fought for every position. I was running in 9th until the last 600 meters, and I went for 8th, which it's kind of trivial at this at that point. But it's great that I had that. Yes. Still that urge to keep going and fight for every position. So I guess staying mentally tough was great for me today.
Good.
And what next now this season? What have you got on the horizon now? Obviously you've got the World Championships.
So I'm currently leading the series. So I have a race in 2 weeks' time, the next race in the series, and then 2 weeks after that is the grand final. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure what Gwen's doing. She just won today, so hopefully she won't care about the series. We'll see. That's what I'm hoping. We trade we trade things here a little.
She gave you a hug after the finish. What was she saying to you?
Yeah, Gwen and we're pretty good friends. I mean, obviously we respect each other, and I respect her a lot for what she's done. And I think she knew I was a little off today because she could, usually if I'm on the bike and I'm not drilling it or off the front or causing some sort of chaos, everyone's always like, okay, Flora's sitting in, there's something not going on right there. And so, yeah, Gwen just gave me a big hug, and she's like, I'm sorry, Flora. I knew it wasn't your day when you were sitting in the bike, and yeah, it's just whatever, that happens.
Is there any frustration or the fact that you couldn't quite put together your pinnacle performance today, or just again one of those things?
No, it's just one of those things. Kind of came in prepared. I mean, competing at this level, if you're slightly off,
It's hard to get back.
if I was on, I probably could have been top 5, but it wasn't, and that's just how it is. I've had a really great season thus far, and I put myself in a medal contender position, like a legitimate medal contender position, and I think that's huge. And so I'm just proud to be there and be one of the girls at the top, and yeah, hopefully inspire some Bermudians.
So you take some time off and then get back to it 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I mean, take like a day off. Fortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately. Fortunately, this is my job, so I have to keep focused. And yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't feel this was like the big event, and I think from now on it'll just get a little less pressure. And I think everyone's taken like a sigh of relief after this.
Well, congratulations, job well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Keep smiling.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
It can be difficult choosing the right amount of data to fit your life. With Data Test Drive from Digicel, you can. Take us for a spin with any postpaid smartphone plan and we'll give you all you can use data for the first 3 months of your agreement. When you come to the end of your 3 months, we'll let you know if you need more data on your plan and give you the option to increase your data allowance. Plus, our postpaid plans now include unlimited international SMS and increased international long distance minutes. Digicel. Be extraordinary.
So I mean, it was a pretty good race. Obviously, I wanted to be with the top group, those 3 girls, and I was. Obviously, it wasn't enough to beat them, but it was a good race.
And how does this race compare with the ones you've had previously in this competition?
The quarterfinal will probably still stand as the best race of my life. I think that it's hard to have 2 of those in the same week. So today I gave everything I had, and that was what I had.
How are the conditions out there? Was it quite nice today? Was it quite still?
It's a bit weird, actually. It almost felt like both a tailwind and a headwind at various moments at the same time, which is a strange combination. It was mostly pretty good. It was kind of similar to the quarterfinal conditions, a bit bouncy, but relatively fast.
With all the preparation that you've done coming into this event, the weather changing so much, did that kind of throw you off anyway for the week?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty used to that at Oxford. We had crazy weather there, and it would be, if it rained, all of a sudden the river would flood, so we'd have to, on a last minute notice, change and go to a different rowing venue, or I'd have to make a call that morning about the winds if I was going to be able to row. So I wouldn't say that affected me too much. I think I was pretty prepared for that, which is good. It was annoying at the time back in Oxford, but it prepared me well.
How's your Olympic experience been there? You brought the curtain down, as it were. How did you reflect on it all? On the water and off the water?
I'm really proud of myself. Is how I guess I would say if I reflect back on all of it. There's a lot of things to learn. I sort of now understand why people do multiple of them, because you learn so much in that first one. It really is something that is hard to prepare yourself for without having done one, if that makes sense. I also haven't done World Championship regattas, which would be the other closest thing, and I think that probably in hindsight would have been quite helpful. But I've definitely enjoyed my experience, and I'm really excited to rejoin with the rest of the Bermuda team, seeing as I haven't really been able to live with them so far, and I'm really excited for that.
Where have you been stopping? Have you been stopping further out, have you? Not the village?
No, we got a place really close by because the village was so far away. A lot of the rowing teams aren't actually staying out of the village just because of the commute. So,
as the start of your Olympic journey, or was it the end? I saw on Facebook
cryptic. Build your appetite for more.
What's next? Is it?
I have to wait and see, but I definitely still am really excited to get a job and that kind of stuff. But my love for rowing isn't gone.
So Tokyo, would you want to carry on for, is it Commonwealth Pan Ams in Tokyo?
Yeah, those are actually in 2 years, Pan Ams and stuff, so I have a little while before that. I'll have to wait and see and decide. I haven't made a decision yet, but my love for rowing isn't gone.
As you went through the finish line, you kind of put your head down. It's over.
That was more exhaustion than it was sadness, I suppose. Certainly there is an element of that before this race, realizing that this is my last one here and stuff. But bowing my head is more a can't move anymore position, to be honest.
And you mentioned the other day about your lucky socks. I wonder if there's any more to elaborate on that. I saw the girl, she's got a good rower in her own right.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
When were they given to you, and what was the story behind that?
So actually, she gave them to me when we graduated college, and at that point in time, she had finished. She started working. That was Harvard, yeah. She went to work for Skadden, a law firm, and she had decided at that point that she wasn't going to row anymore, and so she gave them to me as a part of continuing with me as I continued on my journey. Ultimately, she ended up coming back, and so she's still rowing now, which is amazing. And now we sort of have this thing going of, being the 2 of us in a boat. It's never just one. We send each other, motivational emails and things. She's always right there with me.
And who's she row for now? Is she still...
So she's at Penn Law School right now, and she rows for Vesper, which is one of the rowing clubs in Philadelphia. She's now a lightweight. So she's training as a lightweight these days.
And when were they given to you? How new are the socks?
They're very old. Yeah, they're quite old. I mean, we graduated college in 2013, and she had been wearing them for races previously. So.
And you spoke to her this week. Any advice? Did she?
Of course, yeah. She sent me my email this morning, so I was very excited to read that. We talk all the time. She's definitely a voice in my head.
Outside the sport, what's next for you?
Finding a job. I'm about to finish my MBA. I have to go back, and I have 3 final assignments and 2 classes. I'm taking private equity and mergers and acquisitions. I arrive at 7 a.m. and I have class at 9 a.m. back in England after this, so that's going to be an interesting time. But I'm really interested in behavioral economics and social finance, although I'd also be quite interested in doing development work for FISA, if that's something that could come up. I'm going to look into that. I really, really, more than anything, want to start a junior program in Bermuda for rowing. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Why choose Digicel Prepaid? Well, you get free social media usage, which means you can use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and WhatsApp for free without it affecting your data allowance. And for all your other online activity, we have the cheapest prepaid data in Bermuda. Digicel, best choice for prepaid.
All right, Rebecca. 52nd overall, 6th in Heat 6. Take us through your race.
Well, the start of my race was pretty poor. When I get nervous, I tend to mess up on the breakout, and I did that again here. So I was basically playing catch up. So my swimming was fast, but you can't really mess up anything in the 50. So that's what happened.
When you came out, it did look like as if you were a bit nervous. How were you trying to calm those nerves before you got up on those blocks?
Well, I was listening to some soca, trying to just chill out and be positive, but I mean, this is a big game, so I was going to be nervous regardless. I've been pretty quiet the past 2 days, and I'm not really a quiet person, so I was just trying to tell myself it's no big deal, it's just swimming, but I guess it didn't work.
So do you soak up the moment now that it's over? What goes through your mind?
I think I'll probably be disappointed for a couple days, but after that, I'll get over it and be able to enjoy the games. I think if I had accomplished my goal, then I'd probably be able to enjoy it a lot more, but I mean, I try my best.
What do we look forward to from Rebecca from here on in?
I plan to go to Short Course Worlds in December, and unfortunately I didn't hit my qualifying time for Long Course Worlds next summer in Hungary, so I'll have to improve to make it there.
All right. If you had to change anything, I know you talked about the start, what would it be? Just getting off those blocks a little better, technique-wise?
It was actually my breakout, so when you come off the start, you go into a streamline, and my left arm came out of my streamline, and you know, when you come out of a streamline, it almost puts you to a complete stop, so I would fix that. It always happens when I get nervous. I can't tell you how many races it's happened in, but I don't know what to do.
How much pressure do you put on yourself? Now, this is a huge stage. The Olympics is a huge stage. But how much pressure do you put on yourself at regular meets and maybe just try to think of those things?
Well, I'm normally like pretty confident in what I can achieve. Like I know that I'm capable of breaking 26. Especially in Bermuda, I'm more confident because that's my home pool. You know, I've grown up there. Just when it gets to race time on the big stage, I just get so nervous. I don't know what's wrong with me.
All right, well, you're an Olympian. Congratulations and all the best.
Thank you.
It can be difficult choosing the right amount of data to fit your life. With Data Test Drive from Digicel, you can. Take us for a spin with any postpaid smartphone plan, and we'll give you all you can use data for the first 3 months of your agreement. When you come to the end of your 3 months, we'll let you know if you need more data on your plan and give you the option to increase your data allowance. Plus, our postpaid plans now include unlimited international SMS and increased international long distance minutes. Digicel. Be extraordinary.
Well, Julian, you can officially be called an Olympian. You had your time in the pool. Going back to when you thought, well, when you knew you was coming to Rio, what was your game plan, knowing now that you had Heat 1?
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to take it out faster and, you know, get into my race sooner. I think I had a couple problems at the nationals competition. My goggles fell off during the race, and you know, I think, you know, the crowd at the Bermuda Stadium was so electric, and I could feel that they were all cheering for me personally. So I think that helped me go a little bit faster in that qualifying time, which was the 102.4, and the 102.7 today felt pretty smooth, but you know, I've raced hundreds and hundreds of times, and to me, it's just another race.
Coming out of the tunnel out to the pool, you could hear the cheers to your left, the crowd from Bermuda shouting out your name. How did that make you feel walking up to the blocks?
Yeah, I actually heard a couple of my friends and family members in particular that voices stood out, cheer for me before my race, and kind of helped me relax a little bit. And you know, knowing that I have support here as well as support back in Bermuda, I think that definitely helps my confidence going into it. And really, like, an athlete is embodiment of all of the support staff, coaching, and you know, family that's raised that one athlete. So I can't thank everyone enough who's taken part.
Take me through the race.
Yeah, so I was off to a good start, but I think I left a little bit too much in the tank on the first 50, and you know, I don't think I had enough distance, you know, ahead of my competitors to bring it back home. So unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to win my heat, but I'm just, you know, ecstatic that I was able to get this opportunity, and you know, absolutely thrilled that I'm an Olympian.
I was just going to say, now knowing that you're an Olympian, what does that do for your confidence and maybe even continuing on?
Yeah, I definitely would like to set my sights on, you know, going 100. I think I'm capable of going faster. But with that said, I'd have to talk to my coach, and it's a very long journey to commit to another 4 years. So I think I'm going to take it a year at a time and see how it goes.
Now, you're here. What did you think about the atmosphere with last night's opening ceremony and then getting into the pool today?
Yeah, I thought that this event was very well organized. The opening ceremony was amazing. You know, the parade is the only part I took part in because I had competition today, so I had to get home and rest. But yeah, the opening ceremony was well organized, and competition, everything was kind of on time and, you know, organized well by the committee. So.
All right, well, congratulations. We'll look forward to hearing what you want to do next. But guess what? Julian Fletcher's an Olympian.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Feels weird to say that.
All right, man. Great.
Thanks.
It can be difficult choosing the right amount of data to fit your life. With Data Test Drive from Digicel, you can. Take us for a spin with any postpaid smartphone plan, and we'll give you all you can use data for the first 3 months of your agreement. When you come to the end of your 3 months, we'll let you know if you need more data on your plan and give you the option to increase your data allowance. Plus, our postpaid plans now include unlimited international SMS and increased international long distance minutes. Digicel. Be extraordinary.
Well, Jay, that's it from here at the Coral Beach and Tennis Club. Good show today. Your thoughts on how our athletes have been performing and this lovely facility?
Well, I just love the spirit that we have amongst our athletes on the island, on all the sports. They are striving to do better within themselves, but also making us proud. So once again, beautiful sunshine here at Coral Beach. I want to thank everybody at Coral Beach. But Earl, I'll see you at the next show.
Have a great day.